Hello and welcome to the big update of the mod pack. To be very clear right now, this isn't the release video for the upcoming update, but this is an update to every single moveset I have shown on the YouTube channel. I'll be going into not much of a particular order, but I think we'll just start here with Eleanor's pole blade. So basically, what did I do on every single moveset? It's gonna be pretty much quality fixes, such as transitions and maybe hitboxes, sounds, effects for some. But there's even a few of them where I went a bit further beyond, and well, you'll see during the video. So here today, Eleanor's pole blade. So keep in mind that I will not do a comparison of the old version with the new version. If you want to compare, you can just go back to the old already released videos. On this one, there's not much of a major update, but like it's basically just see, if I stop, it transitions back properly into the Elden Ring stance. The flow of the moveset has maybe been altered a little bit, such as weapon switches, as if you remember correctly, or if you wanna go see the previous video on Eleanor's pole blade. The particularity of this weapon is that you can switch in the combo, and it lets you do pretty much infinite combos, such as this. It's made to seamlessly go into the weapon switch, which means you can just continue. You hear correctly, by the way, the sound of the weapon switch has been changed, not majorly, but a little bit. I think it sounds better that way. Yeah, it's more of a metallic sound, and I think it just sounds cooler. So, about running attacks, they're fairly, they're the exact same as before. They're just a little bit reworked, mostly hitboxes. But other than that, you're not going to see much of a difference on these ones. Other than, of course, animation blending, which by the way has been taught to me by Kmstr, so shout out to that guy, he's really cool, and you should honestly check out his mods on Nexus Mods, because he's making some really cool shit. So, on to switching. Still the same animation, new sounds as I said, and so as you may see compared to the old version of the weapon, the moveset's timings have been altered quite a bit. Yeah, I think it flows much better that way, and there's not much of a problem with the final stance of every single move animation that used to be, as I said, transition and animation blending. Like, as you can see, goes back to the right stance, which just looks just so much better. It's still not perfect, but I think right before release I will definitely do a final pass to iron out as much of the issues that there may still be in this update video. So forgot to show, but it is, they aren't changed on that one, in case you wonder. On this one, they've been just adjusted. Better timings, better sounds. Again, some jittering that I think I can still fix, and I'll definitely do it later on, but I'd like to get back to new content. So be sure that this is still not exactly the final version of these weapons, and they will still be improved upon before release. I think I can do better, and I'm pretty sure with every new weapon I'm gonna make, there will be some new stuff that I learn, find out about, and I'll try on all the stuff all the time. And yeah, Ash of War. As I said, not much changed, though effects appear correctly on this weapon now, which it didn't really before, so... Okay. On to the next one, which is Rivers of Blood. It was pretty much the same problem, which is transition into stance, which was not great. So, as you can hear the new sounds as well, and the whole combo timings have been altered. It just looks better that way. Feels better too. Okay. Two-handed moveset. Again, new sounds. Although, as you can see, it blends into the next move much better than before. Ash of War has not been changed much, still the same except for the transform devies. The Blood Flame Spray is still in, but as you can see, it goes not as far as before. It's much closer than before. Like, I think this is gonna be usable in better ways. In fights, it's gonna be much more useful. In the previous version, it would go as far as that statue over there, and well, that wouldn't be very useful in a fight. On to the next one, which is Adula's Tooth. So, Adula's Tooth, not much has changed except for animation blending again, but as you can see, now the sword stays summoned throughout the whole combo instead of, you know, disappearing, reappearing, disappearing, reappearing. I think this flows much better, and again, moveset timings have been altered a little bit. So this is not just on the light combo, it's also on the heavy. Overall, just looks better. Ash of War hasn't really been changed, it's the exact same. There was not much to change on that one, it was already really good. So, on to the next one, I guess, which is Golden Order Greatsword. Again, not much. There was actually some issues on it that I had completely ignored, and now they fixed. So it's gonna play overall much better. So again, like combo, it's still the exact same. There was no need to change that, but as you can see, transition into the Elden Ring stance a lot better now. I feel like I'm repeating that a lot, but I think it's kind of a big deal. I didn't know how to do that before, and now it just makes every moveset look so much cleaner. And now, heavy attacks. Not much has changed here, and I'm gonna quickly show that too, as nothing has changed there either. But there was an issue, which I can't show, but when you used Establish Order to get the Transform Navies, you could actually spam one of the Transform Navies, that one. It wouldn't loop correctly. Now it's perfect and works great. which is perfect because it seems that I had released a mod with this issue, which I would have loved to fix before. But I guess it's fine. I'm fixing it. I'm fixing it now. Next weapon. So I haven't shown this one on the YouTube channel, but it's in the currently released mod. It's just the Zemo moveset. Didn't think I needed to make a custom one for that. I think it works well if you realized it's the sword that the Red Wolf of Radahn summons during its fight. And I think it works. It looks like you're very agile with it, and that's what I want for such a weapon. It's like completely the Zemo moveset, which, by the way, I'm gonna mention it right now, but the Zemo sword is gonna get a custom moveset later on, so it's fine. The only change that's been made on this sword is the Ash of War. The Ash of War, to say the least, on the currently released version, it sucks. It's just bad. I tried to make a stance. It was the first one I had made, and it sucks. It sucks. I've made something completely different. So as you can see, looks like just a normal dodge, like a quick step or something like that. But it's a lot more than that. Let us get... Let's regen our mana first. Let's get to some enemies. In fact, you know what? I'm just gonna do that. It's gonna make all the enemies reappear. And you'll see, I think it's pretty cool. I think it's much cooler. And I think it embodies the movements of a wolf a lot more than it used to. So when we aim, we can do this. These do work like dodges. These are quick dodges, and yeah, backflip too. And each of these dodges summons a sword, and the backflip summons 4 of them. They are much more homing than before. Don't know why the swords disappear like that, but it's gonna be an issue I'll be looking into. And yeah, it's just a lot better to use. So what's with the front dodge? Well, if it lets me do it, if you do front dodge and then you do a heavy input, it just does this forward lunge, which just lets you get to your enemies much quicker. And there we go, that's about it. That's what the sword of the blade of the werewolf now has as an Ash of War. It just works a lot better that way. The stances are cool, but I think this embodies the movement of a wolf much better than the previous one. The one was slow and very janky, and it didn't really work really well. This works. So let's get on to the Akai Fuaimetsu. This is one of those that don't have much changed either, but it's mainly flow of the animations and the overall fixes. Animation transitions and all. As you can see, much better blending, just looks a whole lot cooler that way, and whole new sounds. I think this just sounds a whole lot cooler. The vanilla katana sounds just aren't that great. So I've swapped them. This isn't a change that I've done on every katana yet, but this will all depend on what I do for the others. As for now, and as you can hear, like the heavy sounds, much different. Wind moving around your wind trails around your characters when it moves quick. It just gives this illusion of movement. It just sells it a lot more. And that's something that's just overall there. The Ash of War doesn't change at all, just better blending again, but that's about it. Next one is Banished Knight. I have completely remade the one-handed moveset. This is the new one-handed moveset. You can go compare with the old one on the video. It was kind of janky. It was really jank. This one just much better. And as you can hear, new sounds for this one as well. This is the sound that the Banished Knights actually use. This is the same ones. And I think this just sounds a whole lot cooler. See? It's just really cool. Overall, I just made that a whole lot better. Not nearly as clunky as before. The right transitions and all. I see, just a whole lot better, really. It's much more satisfying that way. I'm gonna show the one-handed Ash of War right now. A lot of you had told me about the Dragon Communion sigil, and they have it, and I had somehow missed it. So now it's there. So we have the complete version of this move now, which yeah, it looks a whole lot cooler that way. Onto the two-handed moveset, mostly just fixes. You can see better sounds, better transitions, not nearly as junky as before. Yeah, much better. These are not going to be changed that much, but I'm going to show them anyway, especially for the new sounds. Here we go. If you check the old video, you would see that the weapon trails were not working properly because my dumbass forgot to set them up properly. So I'm gonna show this again, but as you can see, right weapon trails. The heavy attacks are still the exact same. And for the Ash of War, new sounds, animation transitions, and I've removed the additional inputs. I think just this is good enough. Don't need anything else. It's already gonna do damage with the storm around the Tarnished, and every weapon slash is an attack, so it's just not necessary. And honestly, with the additional inputs, it looked really janky. Onto one of the most changed ones, not necessarily in terms of moveset, but in terms of fixes. It is Sarash's Claws. So this one was just very sloppily made. I had done no effort on that one. Now, as you can see, first, right effects and all, good transitions. A whole lot of new effects, better transitions, just better timings overall. Running attacks, I'm gonna show them. Apart from sound effects and visual effects, there's not gonna be much of a change. But I've had a lot of fun. This one took me a whole lot of time because holy shit, it was really janky. Just better effects overall, and the hitboxes were bad. Weapon trails, if you can see, like each time you move and you slash, they're made correctly now. They were not in the previous video. They were really bad. They were really shitty. So, heavy attacks, they're gonna be around the same, but just much better. Overall, much better made. We go on to the transformed. As you can see, we have the smoke around now. I didn't make it before. Now I went and just did it. Just looks cooler, and well, Horlu just does it, so why can't you? Heavy attacks. They're not much changed apart from some better effects. But that's about it. About the Ash of War, not much changed either, but you can loop it now. 1, 2, 3, 4, and I can just keep going. As long as you have mana, you can just keep going. You have as much as you want. As you can see, still goes on and on and on. And yet, I'm gonna empty it. As long as you don't get hit by an enemy, just keep doing it. Of course, once you don't have, once you're out of mana, it just does this. Okay, let's get all mana power again, and on to the final one, which has had quite a lot of updates as well. It is, of course, the Greatswords of Radahn. The one-handed moveset has been entirely redone. Just looks a whole lot better, flows a whole lot better, better sounds, hitboxes that have actually been made and not me slacking off, you know. Running attacks have been changed as well. Rolling attack as well. Backstep has been changed. Everything, even the heavy attacks. Everything has been changed. On to the big one. So many changes on that. First, weapon trails again, done correctly this time, because I dumbass didn't do it the older time. Just overall a better flow of movement, just a whole lot better, just flows better. And I actually went and edited the animations, so you don't swipe at the floor just as much as before. You actually hit in front of you now. This was one of the big complaints on the previous version of the moveset. Just know that I'm not a pro at animation, so I did what I could, and holy fuck, I struggled to get that out. I struggled to edit them, but I did it. It's done. It works. And once again, as you can see, perfect now. I'm really happy about that, honestly. I agree that in the previous version, it just swiped the floor. It would be great for low enemies, but many enemies could just dodge it, and it was slow and it was clunky. But now, Works perfect. I've had reports of issue with the running heavy attack, which is this. And I hope that it's fixed. I haven't tried enough myself, but now you can move and there should be tracking. So yeah, here's the heavy attacks as well. You may recognize them, and that's normal, and you'll see in a minute. So, the Ash of War. This isn't it, but pressing just the Ash of War button does this shout, which activates a weapon buff. What does this weapon buff do? Well, it transforms your heavy attacks. I think that's really cool. It just works a whole lot better. But so, did I completely remove the other things? No. If you keep pressing, you go into a stance. Can move with it, normal stance thing. So, what's the light input if I changed Promised Concert and made it the heavy weapon of the attack? Well, it's just Lightspeed Slash. I know some of you might be disappointed because, well, there's no after image of the Tarnished to be behind or do the thing that those good things that Promised Concert can do. And I truly tried, and I think it's just not possible for the Tarnished. So sadly I resorted to just doing Lightspeed Slash. If any more experienced modder can prove me wrong, I'd be happy to see that. Because just know that I really wanted to get the after image in, and well, I couldn't, and I settled, but it's not exactly what I wanted to do. So on to the heavy attack. A lot of you were disappointed that I did not include the Blood Flame. Well, it's there now. I've included it. Me changing the Promised Concert from an attack and an input on the Ash of War to the heavy attack of the moveset means I could, well, do that. I could make it so the Blood Flame would take the place of Promised Concert into the Ash of War. So now you get almost all of the Promised Concert moveset. I know some of you were asking me for a Gravity Ash of War for the Star Scourge Greatsword. It will come. I haven't made it yet, but it will come. One last change I wanted to show. It's holy, and it's based on faith, which works a whole lot better with the whole moveset. Well, with the Ash of War precisely, but I hope this is good. I think this is pretty good, honestly. It makes a whole lot more sense that this weapon is based off of faith and does holy damage. Basically, I just took the magic damage and the intelligence scaling and I've swapped it to faith and holy. That's about it. So this is faith based, while Star Scourge will stay intelligence based. So you'll have both. You'll still have both, which will help you to which will let you play differently. And the Ash of War is gonna do something different on Star Scourge Greatsword, which will be based off of some of the stuff that Promised Concert does. So you'll see when that happens. Well, anyway, that's about all I had to show. It's been really cool to go through all these old movesets and just update them all to better standards. And what I hope to do is every new weapon moveset that I do, I hope that it would be on this standard of quality. I've said it in the beginning of the video, but I'd really like to thank Kmstr again for showing me animation blending. A lot of this quality update wouldn't be possible if I didn't know that. I probably would have learned it a long time after if he didn't, but I'm glad that he did, and he's a really cool guy just for that, so can go check out his mods on Nexus. I may drop a link. I may drop a link in the description for him, because he's helped me a lot. He didn't do a lot, but it helped me a lot, just by showing me this simple trick. Anyway, hope this was cool. Hope this looks even better than before. Hope this looks really cool to play now. And well, I'll see you next time for Malekatha's Blackblade.